Me and my friend were at our local Incredible Pizza place. We were gaming, playing the ticket claw machines when my friend says, "Let's go to the fast go-karts." Me being the average hyperactive friend everyone has, of course, agreed we should go. When we got in line, we lied about our age to get in the fast race. We were 12 at the time, and you needed to be 14 and 5 by 5-4 to get on. We got into the line, and after about 15 minutes, a tall, weird, smelly white guy with bleach braided hair with brown roots and yellow crooked teeth gets behind us and started making small talk. He was wearing a weird black hoodie. He was talking like he was drunk and he had to lean on the rails to stay balanced. We were talking with him, and then he told us to tell him our age. We said we were 12. The guy then decides since he's older, he gets to get in front of us. This let me know right away he was on something. He pulled out a crushed piece of paper and started giggling. He started telling us to sniff it. My friend said, "No thanks, please get out of my face." Pretty much, "Please get it out of my face." The guy then starts asking me without talking. My friend's talking what my friend's problem was. When he told me to sniff it, I didn't argue. When I sniffed it, it smelled like cigarette, but not your average cigarette. It was burned. It burned your nostrils really bad. My friend then told me he wanted to go to laser tag, and this wasn't worth it. I knew that it meant he was uncomfortable and wanted to go. We left and ran out of the place. We met my aunt, who had taken us to the Incredible Pizza place. We told her what happened, and she then took us to security. Soon after we went to the security. I told him his description of what it looked like. He told me to go with him to identify the guy. We found the weird guy in a go-kart ready to ride when the officer put him in cuffs. We went back to playing, but me and my friend were still traumatized. Security soon came back over and said the guy had pot and was high as hell on it. He told us the guy can't be arrested unless the manager wanted him to get arrested. We left soon after we with our prizes. We still haven't heard if he was arrested to this day. We now are never gonna think of Incredible Pizza as the fun, family-friendly place we once thought it was. When I was about 5 or 6 years old, my sisters and I used to share a room. Most nights, my older sister and I would see two distinct figures. She would see a lady in white standing in the doorway directly in front of my bed. I would see a man with red eyes, or at least I thought it was a man, as all I could see were red eyes. Though my sister could see the lady, she said she never has spoken to her. She just stood there getting closer every night, while I, on the other hand, would see a pair of bright red eyes staring at me from the closet. A disembodied masculine voice would whisper, JJ, come to the closet and play. Over and over. Sometimes my older sister and I would jump in each other's bed and hide under the blankets until morning. This was going on for months until my dad decided to get the house blessed again. We never saw them after that. I'm 24 now. My wife and I recently had a baby. I have been having weird dreams recently. They would always start with me standing in my son's room staring at the closet, and the familiar set of red eyes would stare back at me. My most recent dream, he actually spoke. His voice a lot deeper and booming than I remember. You didn't come play with me, but your son may be the one to play, he said. Before I woke up, I called my dad and told him about the whole thing. He told me he remembers me telling him about that man years before, but then, just then, he went silent for about 5 minutes, and when he spoke again, he recounted seeing the same figure as a child. He also told me he remembered having the same dream after I was born. I blessed my house twice already, but I can only protect my son so much. I really, really hope that he doesn't go play in the closet. I may never see him again. A lot of weird paranormal things happened to me and my mom's side of the family, but this is the one time I saw a ghost. So when I was about 4 or 5, I slept in a pretty tall bunk bed with my brother. We always keep the door open when we were sleeping, just in case something happens so my parents can hear us. Guess it came in handy this time. For some weird reasons, I always wake up in the middle of the night, the time when it's pitch black. This time when I woke up, it didn't feel right. So I made the worst mistake in my life and looked out of the covers to clarify I sleep on the top bunk, which is about 7 feet tall. When I looked out the covers, I saw a man, but he looked very wrong. He was glowing green and kind of blurry. He was also wearing some Victorian era type clothing, and he was either floating or was like 10 feet tall. This man was staring straight into my soul. I screamed so loud it woke my parents and my brother. As soon as my parents walked in, the guy just faded away in front of my eyes. They told me it was a nightmare and to go back to sleep. To this day, I still wake up when it's pitch black, but now I just try to go back to sleep and I never open my eyes. Weird crap still happens to me, sometimes weird, sometimes cool, but I have many more unexplainable stuff, so yeah.